Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Vitaly. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am making this video on December 31st, 2022. And there are a couple of things why I'm excited about this specific video. Reason number one, it's because this is my last video for this year. And number two, I have been able to reach 2,000 subscribers. And huge thanks to you guys for those who commented, provided some feedback, questions that really helped me to make this channel better than it used to be. I have so many visitors and questions came from USA, Canada, England, France, other European countries, India, some Asian countries. I'm so encouraged, guys, by your support and your help in allowing me to build this channel. Now, today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share with you some of the best equipment that I have been able to purchase during this past year. But one of the last items that I'm gonna share with you is probably the most important item that I have purchased during this past year. And it's not even camera related, but I feel like I wanna share this with you guys because it literally propels me to make videos such as this one. Because if you're into health, if you are into fitness, please watch it until the end, because like I mentioned, this is probably one of the most important items I have purchased this past year. So without further ado, let's start with the very first one. And the very first item that I purchased this year is actually Nikon Z9. Now, I know it's not the most cheapest camera in the market, but it's probably the most powerful camera on the market. It's really a powerhouse. I have shared a number of videos throughout this past year on this camera. If you go to my channel, you will see there's all kinds of topics if you're interested in watching and how to sync in your camera with the high-speed sync, and how I compared the electronic shutter with the mechanical shutter for Nikon Z9. I compared a ton of different features using different lenses. So please stop by some of those videos that I've shared in the past for this past year for this camera and take a look at that. But Nikon Z9 is really, it's a powerhouse. 4K 60, 120, 8K 60 frames per second. I mean, it's really crazy. The audio, video, autofocus. I've been using this camera for so many different type of events and for photo and video, and it's really just an incredible powerhouse. So Nikon Z9 is one of those first items. Now, and the second item that I want to share with you guys is a Nikon 85mm f1.8 S lens, and this lens is beauty. Now, I know this lens came out about 2, maybe even 3 years ago, and we are expecting an 85mm f1.2 sometimes in 2023. But for now, I have been playing with this lens, and it is a spectacular lens. Please expect that there's going to be a video coming out comparing this lens to the cousin Nikon 85mm f1.8 G lens, and just as a comparison, and whether it's worthwhile getting this lens or should you stick with an f-mount lens. If you guys have any specific questions, please put it down in the comments below, and I'll be able to look into this, and when I actually make a video, I'll be able to provide some feedback relative to this lens. But 85mm f1.8 S lens for Nikon Z camera, it's a sharp lens, it's great for video, it's fantastic for photo. I really love it, and video is coming out. Now, the third piece of equipment that I purchased this year is something that I personally noticed I needed to upgrade and elevate quality of my videos, and it is a microphone. Over the years, I've been using a typical lapel microphone, which actually worked fine. But after listening to a few YouTubers, I decided to upgrade to a shotgun microphone such as this one. And I came across this video by Booth Junkie, who was comparing a Sennheiser 416 microphone, which is a spectacular microphone. It's been sold for about $1,000 over for a decade. However, there's a new microphone on the market, and it's made by Synco Mic D2. and the quality of the Sennheiser microphone and this microphone was virtually indistinguishable, and it's only a fraction of a cost. So the reason this microphone right now is in the shot, as you can see, so that I can demonstrate and I can share with you how this actually sounds. If you watch some of my videos in the past where I use a little lapel microphone, it really makes a night and day. Now, this microphone is used for commercials, talking head shots, and just simple videos such as this one where I can be doing something on a table that doesn't create a lot of noise, but it's only picking up my voice right here. So it's literally maybe 12 to 18 inches away from my mouth, and it's literally pointing right at my chest. And that's the microphone of choice that I've been using for big part of 2022. And I hope if you guys looking for this, I'm gonna put it down in the description below where you can pick it up. Now, just so you know, none of the links at the bottom in the description box are affiliate links. So I make no commissions. I just want to be able to point you in the right direction. If you're looking to pick up one of these items that I have purchased personally this past year, you can pick it up as well and find those links. Now, the fourth item that I purchased this year, it's actually this little iPad Pro. I think this is a version 1 with a M1 chip, and what a great piece of equipment where you don't have to use a laptop anymore. Now, I'm not using this little iPad for editing videos. However, I have been using it for editing photos in the Lightroom. And when you're on the go, when you're traveling, having something light, I was able to pick up one of these little keyboards as well. That's very handy, and it's virtually a little computer where I'm also been using the pencil, Apple Pencil as well, and it works great for watching videos, watching some of your videos, as well as making a content for videos such as this one. It really has been a great piece of equipment, and I highly recommend for someone who doesn't have an iPad or just any tablet that you guys might be using, as it helps to kind of replaces your laptop in some ways. It doesn't replace in every way, but in some ways it does replace your laptop. Now, the next piece of equipment that I purchased is actually a teleprompter, and which is made by Glide Gear. And I use this teleprompter on a number of videos, YouTube videos that I have created in the past, this past year, as well as for doing commercial shoots where I need to have a client simply look into the teleprompter, and instead of recording multiple times, I would use my handy dandy iPad to put right in here as part of my teleprompter. And that's kind of the whole setup. I don't use teleprompter frequently for videos such as this one, kind of talking heads, but when I'm talking and sharing reviews and some of the technical informations, such as, for example, I'm talking about gear, lenses, or I'm talking about cameras, I might be using a teleprompter because it helps me to reduce amount of time that I spend actually recording my videos. So if you guys interested in a teleprompter, and it's a skill in some ways, and I'm still working on it honestly, how to properly record these videos using a teleprompter so it sounds more natural, but it's been a great addition to my camera bag, if you will. It doesn't quite fit in my camera bag, but as part of my camera equipment for 2022, I've been using this for quite a bit. Now, the next piece of equipment that I purchased in 2022 is, and I don't even know how I live without it. I have a small studio that I've been using, and I've been using those Amazon basic light stands for over literally a decade. Now, I finally broke down and I purchased a normal conventional C-stands, and oh boy, I gotta tell you, those things are bulletproof. I mean, look at them. They are massive, they are heavy, and you can do so much with those C-stands. I actually had to watch a ton of videos before I start actually mounting a ton of my equipment onto those C-stands, and I'm actually using one of the C-stands right now for this video light. But I don't know how I went for a long time without using a C-stands. And if you guys using a C-stands for some of your videos or work, please put it down in the description below how specifically you use them. Maybe you are mounting a camera rig on top of, you know, when you're doing unboxing, or maybe using for the video lights, or maybe using for photography in the studio. I would love to know more how you guys use your C-stands and for what purpose. So maybe it will help me to increase my value in production and try to use, so I can utilize those C-stands a little bit more. Now, the next piece of equipment that I purchased this year is actually something to carry a lot of my camera equipment. Over the years, I have noticed that my number of gear that I have has grown quite a bit. And since I'm no longer using camera gear for photography only, I started doing a lot more videography, doing commercials, doing personal shoots for video. I have picked up this awesome backpack, and this is by Lowepro ProTactic 450 AW2 Black Pro Modular backpack with all-weather cover for a laptop up to 15-inch. And man, this backpack is amazing. I've taken this backpack across the world this year. It's a bulletproof. The hardcover on top here, it has a lot of attachments. It's very tactile. There's so much on the inside of this backpack. Something just fell out. And I guarantee you guys, this is probably one of the best backpacks that you can find right now on Amazon or any other camera store. It's really fantastic. Lowepro makes great backpacks, and this is probably one of their best or better backpacks that they make, and I've been so happy using it for the entire year. So the next piece of equipment that I've been using this year is actually this Peak Design SLBK 3-slide camera strap. And a number of my cameras actually have this little anchors, such as this Nikon Z6 II, and it's so simple to put these anchors right into this strap, and you're ready to go. Like this. For travel, this is an awesome little strap. It's very easy to just remove those anchors, and I like the fact that this camera strap has I don't know, what do you call this, like a gliding mechanism basically, where you can release it and it really slides across your body. A really great function, and it's very durable. And one side actually has this kind of like a rubbery feel. If you're putting right across your shoulder and you might be wearing some kind of material, this actually not even going to slide. So I don't know, maybe $60 or $70, but highly recommend this strap, and it's very durable. I don't even know what kind of material exactly it's made of, but for travel, this is a nice little strap for your camera. Now, the following piece of equipment that I'm going to share with you is not something I purchased this year, but something that was sent to me for review by Hollyland. And this is video transmission system, basically transmitter and receiver. This is a Hollyland Mars 4K because it transmits a 4K signal. If you really want to know more about this specific device and how it works and number of case uses that this can be used, I actually have a video I'm going to link right up here for you if you want to check it out. It's a great device. It's well built. You can use your typical batteries that I think it's NPLF. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it right now, but frequently used. You can use the HDMI connectors for both sides. You can use the SDI connections for more professional use cases, and I really love it. It's a great piece of equipment that, again, did not buy it. It was sent to me for review. I use it on a number of my other video shoots, and I highly recommend. Now, the next piece of equipment is something that helps me to tie a lot of my equipment together, and when it comes to video production, and this is the HDMI cable. I've tried a number of HDMI cables in the past, and I came across this cable, and it's made by iBirdie 8K HDMI 2.1 cable. And so this cable is a little bit longer. I think this is a 3-footer, and I found was that sometimes when I needed something shorter, because it's when I have my either these little connectors, these little transmitters on my camera, or when I had a monitor on top of my camera, and this was a little bit too long. So I went ahead and I picked up a 1.5 footer long. As you can see, it's a much shorter cable than this one, and it works really well. Now, given the fact that Nikon Z9 records in 8K, now when you are connecting this HDMI cable, even though it's an 8K HDMI cable, you don't see obviously 8K projection on your monitor, but it helps me to scale down from the 8K down to 1080 without any problems, and I can see a good clear picture. So having these little cables has been super handy for me. Now, the following piece of equipment that I want to share with you guys is this little tiny USB-C hub that actually I use for an iPad, and this is like a 9-in-1 little hub, and you simply connect it to your iPad. And now certainly Nikon Z9 records, uses the CF Express type cards. Now this one only takes regular SD cards. But again, I only use this one when I travel. For example, when I'm traveling with my Nikon Z6 II that does take SD cards, I can simply take this and put it into my iPad, and I can start editing my photos while I'm away from home. So really nice and handy. I also connect it to my computer at home if I need for different multiple USB-C connections as well. Has a micro SD card, has 3 USB 3.0 ports, and it's a great little connector, probably $30 on Amazon or something. There's a number of them, but something like this. I'm gonna link it down in the description below if you guys are looking for this particular model, and you'll be very happy with getting something like this, guys. And so here is the very last item that I wanted to share with you. It is not related to camera gear, but no pun intended, this specific equipment propels me to do a lot of photo and video shoots and make videos because it's a health related, and it is a Bells of Steel Blitz Airbike that I use at home. And this bike is amazing because it's not like any other bikes that you would get someplace else or find at the gym. This Airbike is easy on your joints, on your knees, on your elbows, but it really gives you a full body workout, because the harder you push, the harder it's gonna push against you. You can either go very slow, or you can go very fast, or at different intervals. And if you're looking to get something to get your heart rate a little higher, if you're looking for a bike that's not conventional, man, this thing is fantastic. This Bells of Steel Airbike is made in Canada and has a free shipping, and it's really solid. It's so heavy, it can afford up to 350 pounds in weight. And I really recommend. I love using it. My kids use this Airbike as just sometimes they want to play around me, and I really highly recommend, guys. If there's nothing that you are looking to invest in maybe 2023, please try to invest into your health. Whether it is you walking or running, or maybe you're doing dance classes, or something that helps you to stay healthy. And so for me, I have chosen to get this Airbike. I've watched a number of reviews. There are different Airbikes out there in the market, but this one that fit my budget, and it doesn't take much space at home. You can even put it in the bedroom. It has this huge fan, basically like a propeller. And I'm a big fan of this fan because you can actually remove the fan guard, and they actually will gonna blow at you on the summertime if it gets too hot. On the winter time, you can put the fan guard back in place, and and you don't experience the amount of airflow as much. And I gotta tell you, you know, 10-15 minutes on this bike, it's gonna wear you out, but it's a great exercise, and yet it doesn't put too much strain on your, if you have a leg problem, foot problems, if you have hand problems. It's a really full body workout, because not only your legs are working, but also your hands are working, and it really spikes your heart rate as you need it, and you can control it as well. So guys, these are my best purchases, camera and maybe non-camera gear for 2022. I want to wish you a happy new year, and thank you so much everybody one more time for those who have joined my channel, those who liked, provided comments, and I will see you next year in 2023.